If you've been watching this YouTube channel for quite some time, you know my love for the Scrum framework, my love for agility, but still, the Scrum Master term needs to be improved. In this video, I will rant a bit on why I hate the term Scrum Master so much. And let's start with the elephant in the room, the word master. I'm sure that I'm not the only one being offended by this word. The word master is packed with historical implications, unpleasant implications. It's not only a racially charged word because of the history of slavery, but also a sexist term. As a Scrum Master, one of the key things that we need to do with the Scrum team, with our colleagues throughout the organization, is build this culture of psychological safety, making people safe, building a safe environment so that they can be themselves, be positive, give feedback, receive feedback, be self-managed, self-organized, and be comfortable doing all that. And I feel but there's a contradiction between building this psychologically safe environment and using the term master. Yeah, I understand the word master in this context means mastering the Scrum framework. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I understand that. But if this word is offensive, triggering to people in your team, in the organization, we need to stop using it right now. There's no excuse in using this word if it will make people offended, triggered, and prevent building this culture of psychological safety and trust. And talking about the term master, mastering the Scrum framework. You are a Scrum Master, you should master the Scrum framework. I also have an issue with that. If you've been watching YouTube videos, reading blogs, books in the Agile community, you must have heard of the term Shuhari, which are basically the 3 stages of knowledge or enlightenment. The 3 stages are simple to understand. Shu means that you are still learning, following your master, following your mentor, absorbing. And then there's the Ha, where you have quite some knowledge, some experience. You practiced a lot. Now, you can teach, you can build your own path. Distance yourself from your mentor. You're no longer absorbing, you are also creating now. But the phase, the enlightenment phase, is not something common. It means building your own path, transcending all the knowledge, all the practice, all the experience that you got, building your own path to enlightenment. It's not something very common, and I don't feel that you can call yourself a master, in our context, a master of a Scrum framework, if you are still in the 2 first stages, Shu or Ha. And that's why I have an issue with that term. Honestly, how many Scrum Masters do you know who master agility, the Scrum framework, who have all the answers to all the questions that you ask them, years of experience, wrote books on the topic, created a completely new framework or a new way of looking at things? I know none. I don't believe that I know any masters. I know tons of teachers, I know tons of mentors, coaches, but no masters. Us Scrum Masters are continuously learning from books, from courses, from videos that we watch, from experience, successes, failures. We learn. We are continuously learning. It's part of the job. And I feel that there's an end goal to that. And this end goal is enlightenment. I'm not even close to that. And I don't feel that I don't know anyone closer to the end goal than from the middle. I'm closer to the middle because I'm still learning. And how can we call ourselves Scrum Masters if that's true? We always preach that Scrum Masters should be humble. We are servant leaders. We serve the team. We are sort of in the background, in the shadows, helping the team, guiding the team. We preach being humble. But at the same time, we are masters. Something that not many people can call themselves. And how did we become masters? We just took a course, 2 days, a certification, $150 PSM1, and we are now a Scrum Master. Come on, it doesn't make any sense. This term really bothers me because it goes against everything that we do. We are flawed. We understand that we know nothing, but we need to continuously be learning, and that's exactly what we do. And calling ourselves masters from day one, I don't like it. The third reason why I hate the Scrum Master role so much, the term so much, is because it doesn't quite fit what we do. Yeah, we are not masters and calling ourselves masters, but not only that, Scrum Master, mastering the Scrum framework, mastering these 14 pages of a Scrum guide, implementation of a Scrum framework, teaching people, preaching the Scrum framework. That's not the only thing that we do. We also do teaching, mentoring, coaching, facilitation of events. And the mentoring and coaching is not only Scrum, also Agile practices or anything related to efficiency, effectiveness. We coach the product owner on product backlog management. We teach the team, coach the team, support the team on how to be self-managed, self-organized. We teach and coach people on so many soft skills, or we should be doing it. We are not only focusing on the Scrum framework, and I don't feel that the Scrum framework is the primary thing that we do. These 14 pages of the Scrum Guide 2020, only maybe 10% of what we do. The core of our job, our role is all these soft skills. Being able to coach, facilitate, influence people, persuade people, work with people. That's our core job, not the Scrum framework. And as we work with people more than the Scrum framework, I don't feel that calling ourselves a people master compared to a Scrum Master would be better, so let's still stick to the Scrum Master term. I would like to end this video with the number one thing that I hate the most about this term. I hate that I can't use it in front of people. First, the word master. I'm not comfortable telling people that I'm a master. And second, even if I was comfortable saying this word, master, have you ever had a situation you were at a party or you just met someone new and they tell you, what do you do? The typical person, the sales executive, salesman, marketing executive, programmer, developer, accountant, so many things that when people tell you, you already know what they do or you have a basic idea of what it takes the job. But when someone tells you, what do? Do you reply, Scrum Master? It doesn't work. People don't understand the term. They will look at you puzzled because they don't understand it. And you go into an explanation of the Scrum framework, of agility, the practices, the values, the principles, and you've lost them. You've lost them in the first 5 seconds of explaining that. I hate it. I hate that I can't use the word. Don't get me wrong. Again, you know what I love, the Scrum framework. I love agility. I'm all about efficiency and effectiveness. But come on, Scrum Master. I usually just call myself, when people ask me what I do, a project manager, even though it's very far from what I actually do. I used to call myself an Agile coach, but this also related to agility. They think I'm an athlete or something like that. When I went into business agility, I'm a business Agile coach, or I teach business agility. This also they don't understand. Most people don't understand what business agility is all about, because agility is so linked to something physical, physical effort that I don't really do. And I hate it. I hate that I need to call myself a project manager. And what about you, Scrum Masters watching, or Agile coaches watching? What do you call yourself when people ask you, what do you do? What do you think about this term, Scrum Master? Do you like it? Do you don't like it? Do you feel that the authors of the Scrum Guide should, in the next version of the Scrum Guide, update this term? I feel that there's a high chance that they change the term of this role in the next version of the Scrum Guide, and I'm very excited to know what this new term will sound like. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile Scrum personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.